Welcome to another episode of Marriott's Chariots. Today we've got a pair of the Ferrari 333 SP cars. These are made by SCX, which is the Spanish make of the Scalextric cars. What I really like about these is they got a nice shape and size, and quite a nice simple but bold colour to them, so I find that quite good. I'm going to have a go at just cleaning them up. When they first arrived, they were running very dry, very noisy, and not so quick either. So we're just going to strip them down, give them a bit of oil, grease, clean them up, and see if that improves things. So this is what it was sounding like before. And we've had a go at sorting out the red one, just taking it apart, cleaning it, oiling it, and it should sound a bit like this. So a vast improvement on that. So we're now going to take the this one apart, give it a clean and lubrication, and see how it goes from there. So we're just taking off the two short screws from the front and the two long screws from the back. And then the next step is I'm just going to pop the motor out. Might just sort of disassemble it a bit and have a look at, make sure it's all clean, get any hair and stuff out of it. So it just literally pops out. And you can see how these are set up with these sort of like wing contacts, and they connect on these connectors that go to the front contacts on the car. So it's quite a simple put together design. We've carefully bent the retaining clips back there, and on the other side there, just bend them out slightly. The springs, these little clips here that hold the brushes in place, I've just undone those just by means of carefully pulling the top one off the lug in the top there. There we go. So now that will come off loose. Done the other side already. Then we can just carefully take that off, because what we don't want to do is lose the, you can see the little brushes in there. We don't want to lose those, so just set that to one side, and then we can get at this, the armature, and just have a look, clean it up inside. Right, we've reassembled the motor. Wasn't too dirty actually inside. We did clean off the bits of carbon deposits on the commutator just to shine that up a bit, and then we've added a spot of oil on the two end bearings, so that's ready to get back in the car. And we're just assembling the chassis now. I tend to put a spot of oil on the front as well. The contacts are on the guide. I've actually taken these two strips out of the retaining lug at the bottom just so that they stand up more, which in theory I'm thinking will make a better contact with the wings on the motor. Probably not necessary, but I just thought that might be worth doing. And then I'm just going to be popping little bits of oil on axles and things. I tend to just get a tiny screwdriver, pop it tiny drop on the end and just apply that in the places. Give the front axle a bit of a spin, so that spins freely now. I'll do the same on the back axle, back in a minute. Right, we've reassembled the chassis with the motor and the axles. So these seem to be making a good contact here, so I'm going to leave that as I suggested earlier. We've added a little bit of oil to the rear axle down here and again on the side, and then a bit of grease just on these where the gears meet. Might just help silence a bit of chatter. Right, so I think the next step is put the body on and just see how that performs from there. Right, we've done a few laps and he's running a lot smoother, quieter, and I think once it's running a bit more, it'll probably go a lot better. Sounding a lot better, a lot smoother. So yeah, really happy with that. Thanks to the second-hand Scale Electric shop for these great cars. And the takeaway from today's work is that just like machines are required to be well oiled to keep themselves running well, we too must keep ourselves well hydrated. So keep visiting the well of living water often. Thanks for watching. Take care.